Finding Frankie is a high-stakes parkour game show that combines fast-paced action with horror element. Players navigate through challenging obstacle courses while being pursued by sinister characters like Frankie and Henry Hotline. The game begins when you find one of 3 secret invitations in a box of Frankie's cereal, pulling you into what seems like a fun competition, only for it to quickly spiral into a deadly nightmare. The characters' once cartoonish personas take on a lifelike and menacing form, and players must fight for survival, dodging deadly traps and outlasting other contestants. With a variety of parkour mechanics such as wall jumping, bar swinging, and rail grinding, players are constantly on the move. Along the way, you'll have help from Deputy Duck, a quirky companion with useful abilities. The setting spans Frankie's parkour palace, offering both expansive arenas and claustrophobic tunnels, as players attempt to outlast their rivals in this deadly competition. Let's now delve into the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that this game, despite its flaws, is a refreshing addition to the mascot horror genre. It avoids overcomplicated lore and presents a story accessible to casual players. The parkour mechanics are engaging but occasionally frustrating, particularly during chase sequences where more could have been done to integrate its platforming focus. Though the voice acting, animations, and character design shine, the game's brevity clocking in at under 2 hours makes its $15 price tag feel steep. Technical issues like inconsistent movement and performance drops detract from the experience. While the game has artistic merit and a light-hearted narrative, its gameplay lacks depth, with linear design and simplistic puzzles that can feel tedious. Still, fans appreciate its creative blend of poppy playtime and Fall Guys elements, even if it ultimately leaves them wanting more. The game Soul Stalker is a bullet heaven roguelike, where players become a steward of ghosts, tasked with protecting their spectral allies from endless waves of apparitions. With the ability to wield 4 to 6 weapons at once, players can create unique, strategic builds by choosing from a wide selection of 21 characters, 35 weapons, 84 trinkets, and 21 pets. Gameplay focuses on quick, intense runs lasting about 25 minutes, with each location and encounter bringing fresh challenges. Progression in Soul Stalker is layered, as players gain power through quests, equipment upgrades, and interactions in the hub of the Soul Stalker Society. Visually, the game stands out with its unique papery, cel-shaded art style that merges 2D characters into a 3D world, delivering a striking aesthetic. Each wave lasts from 30 to 60 seconds, offering a constant rush to survive, gather resources, and fortify for future battles through shops and campfires, all working toward becoming an indomitable ghostly force. Let's take a closer look at our next review. Common feedback points to this early access game highlight its promising but currently flawed state. While some players appreciate its core roguelike mechanics, accessible art, and a development team perceived as engaged, many reviews reflect ongoing frustrations with bugs, performance issues, and limited game features. Some find the weapon combination system intriguing, though updates are desired to bring more depth, intuitive upgrade options, and variety to builds. Others note that the map and character progression lack meaningful decision-making or visual feedback, with repetitive enemy types, bosses, and map nodes making gameplay feel stale. Visual clarity issues, particularly in enemy encounters, and an awkward user interface with limited customization options also detract from the experience. Although potential is recognized, players generally agree that improvements in gameplay depth, bug fixes, and unique mechanics are essential before it can stand out among similar titles. Windblown is a fast-paced action roguelite by Motion Twin, the creators of Dead Cells. Set in the Ark, a floating island village near the massive ominous vortex, players take on the role of Leapers, warriors tasked with battling the vortex's relentless minions to protect their home. Gameplay centers around rapid dashes across sprawling, ever-evolving sky islands where secrets and dynamic combat encounters await. Players can unlock powerful weapons by absorbing the memories of fallen Leapers, creating distinct combinations with passive gifts, trinkets, and various build-changing tools. The game's challenging combat rewards skill and timing. Each death brings new lessons to sharpen tactics. With the option for online co-op, players can team up against the Vortex's brutal sentinels and imposing bosses. Windblown invites players to participate in early access feedback, continuing the collaborative spirit of Dead Cells. It's an exhilarating journey through the skies where every leap could be your last. And now we come to the reviews. Common feedback points to Windblown highlight its solid foundation even in early access, with players praising its fast-paced combat and well-crafted level design. Many users note similarities to Dead Cells and Hades, particularly in its skill and upgrade systems, but emphasize that Windblown sets itself apart with a faster gameplay feel and more open areas. The game's co-op mode is well received, adding depth to the roguelike experience by making combat even more engaging. The music and art style, reminiscent of Skylanders, also contributes significantly to the atmosphere, enhancing both the intense gameplay and visual appeal. While some point out its current short length, they anticipate expansions and more content with future updates, expressing confidence in Motion Twin's ongoing development efforts. Overall, Windblown's smooth mechanics and balanced pacing have set high expectations for the full release. In this exciting game, Voidwrought, players must navigate a vast, multi-dimensional world in a fast-paced action platformer. As the simulacrum, players are driven to collect a core, the blood of the gods, by defeating monstrosities and uncovering ancient secrets beneath the star-scorched surface. The game features tight traversal mechanics, varied abilities, and formidable boss battles, all while customizing playstyles with over 50 relics and souls. As the shrine expands, so too do the rewards, secrets, and horrors. With sharp controls and atmospheric hand-drawn biomes, Voidwrought delivers a dynamic experience full of deep lore and rich exploration. And now we come to the reviews. As observed by multiple reviewers, the game offers a visually stunning and atmospheric experience, set in a world full of diverse biomes, enemies, and unlockable content. Fans of the Metroidvania genre may find it a compelling buy, with its engaging exploration, challenging bosses, and impressive soundtrack. The controls are generally responsive, though some found the gameplay clunky with a mouse and keyboard, favoring a controller for smoother performance. Despite its strengths, a few have raised concerns about the slow-paced combat and slippery movement mechanics, which detract from an otherwise polished experience. Dark Hours is a co-op survival horror game for up to 4 players. Players begin with a heist gone wrong, finding themselves trapped in a haunted auction house and hunted by a relentless demonic creature. Survival hinges on close teamwork, as players must explore the building, complete cooperative minigames, deactivate security, and gather valuables while staying undetected. The challenge grows as players must carefully manage limited gear, choosing lock-picking tools, hacking devices, and other resources wisely. Options for survival include sneaking past the entity, hiding, or escaping before dawn, with procedurally generated maps ensuring each playthrough feels unique. Tension builds as players must weigh personal gain against the safety of the team, especially when strategically loading noisy loot onto unsuspecting teammates or even sacrificing others for survival. Featuring escalating difficulty levels, varied locations, and customization options, Dark Hours offers a suspenseful, replayable horror experience where teamwork and trust are constantly tested. Let's now delve into the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that this early access game offers a promising blend of horror and co-op mechanics, delivering a tense heist experience with supernatural elements. While praised for its atmosphere and cooperative play, some find its randomized maps and unique creature designs enjoyable at first, but lacking in sustained novelty. The gameplay shines in multiplayer sessions, with players noting the thrill of betrayal as they sacrifice teammates to escape danger. However, the game has limitations common to early access, including missing key customization options and occasional bugs that affect progression. Some players express frustration over the limited incentive to spend in-game currency, and a few mention that customization options could be expanded for greater personalization. Overall, the game is seen as fun but rough, with potential for improvement before its full release. Romancing Saga II. Revenge of the Seven is a full remake of the classic non-linear RPG first released in Japan in 1993. In the demo, players follow Emperor Leon and his team as they face Ginsi, one of the notorious 7 heroes, with the option to transfer their progress to the full game. Set in the Empire of Varennes, players take on the role of ruler in a generational saga, where the once celebrated 7 heroes have returned, now vengeful and villainous, leading monstrous forces against the Empire. With turn-based combat that includes new timeline and united attack features, as well as a freeform narrative, players influence the story's direction with each decision. The game offers multiple difficulty settings, from casual to hard, alongside fully reimagined 3D graphics and dual-language voiceovers. Music by Kenji Ito, available in original and rearranged forms, completes this experience for both longtime fans and newcomers alike. Let's now delve into the reviews. Common feedback points to romancing SaGa 2 praise its unique approach to JRPG mechanics, embracing challenging gameplay and an open-ended narrative. The remaster's enhanced visuals and added quality-of-life updates make the experience smoother while keeping the original's hardcore spirit. The game's combat and progression mechanics remain complex yet rewarding, with skill acquisition through the Glimmer system and inheritance mechanics providing depth. Kenji Ito's updated soundtrack and new voice options, along with accessible translations, make the title more approachable than its predecessors. Players enjoy the blend of strategy and freedom in building their characters across generations, letting each player craft a unique experience. While the game's unforgiving permadeath system and high difficulty level require patience, they offer satisfying payoffs for those who appreciate deep strategic choices. Orebound is a voxel-based, first-person, open-world game centered around factory construction and automation. Players explore vast mountain ranges, mining deep into the earth to discover valuable ores and gemstones. The game emphasizes large-scale construction, allowing the creation of intricate dwarven structures and factories. As players uncover ore veins, they can automate mining with dwarven drill rigs and refine the resources using conveyor belts. Crafting is essential, with tools, items, and runes enhancing mining and automation capabilities. Orebound offers complete freedom to dig, build, and automate in a fully destructible environment. Let's now delve into the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that the game shows great promise in its early access phase, with a solid mix of creativity and complexity. Many are impressed by the can't-stop-playing factor, especially as the game allows for a variety of building possibilities that demand strategic thinking. The improvements made since the demo, including community feedback and fine-tuning, have elevated the gameplay experience, making it more accessible to beginners while maintaining depth for veterans. Some drawbacks, such as occasional bugs, unclear automation processes, and aesthetic issues, were noted, but there's optimism that these can be addressed in future updates. Overall, players are excited about its potential and praise its fair pricing, with anticipation for features like multiplayer and further content expansions. Sonic X Shadow Generations is a thrilling digital edition that brings together classic and modern gameplay. This collection features Shadow in a new campaign, where he battles the returning Black Doom, exploring an expansive hub world and unlocking unique powers through his past. The game introduces Shadow's new Doom powers, allowing him to surf, fly, and utilize chaos control against enemies in challenging platforming scenarios. Alongside this fresh adventure, the remastered Sonic Generations offers a nostalgic journey through iconic 3D and 2D stages, enhanced visuals, and new bonus content. Players can collect Hidden Cow and enjoy the revamped Casino Night Zone. The Digital Deluxe Edition also includes exclusive music tracks, a Tyrios skin, and additional content, ensuring an enriched experience for fans of the franchise. This title captures the essence of both eras, while delivering exciting new features and gameplay. Let's take a closer look at our next review. As observed by multiple reviewers, the latest Sonic game presents a striking contrast between Sonic's familiar cartoonish narrative and Shadow's deeply engaging arc, reminiscent of a Dragon Ball Z storyline. Many expected a high-quality sequel, given the success of Sonic Generations, and the game notably delivered, especially within Shadow's campaign, which has been praised for its polish, level design, and gameplay mechanics. While the overall experience is brief, lasting around 4 hours, the short duration does not diminish its quality. The game is commended for its vibrant graphics, a nostalgic soundtrack featuring reimagined themes, and flawless performance on PC, achieving a locked 120 FPS. Sonic segments, however, are viewed as merely enhanced graphics from the original, with limited innovation. Despite this, the game is considered a must-play, particularly for fans of Shadow, and showcases an overall appreciation for character variety and a well-crafted story, making it a standout title in the Sonic franchise. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Vault Edition is a comprehensive package that enhances the gaming experience with numerous additional features. It includes the Black Soul, which offers a battle pass, 20 tier skips, and a 100 CP top wall. Players gain access to the Hunters vs. Hunted Operator pack, featuring 4 operator skins: Adler, Park, Brutus, and Klaus. The Mastercraft collection adds 5 unique weapons, while the Woods Operator pack includes 3 additional skins. The Gobblegum pack for zombies provides 12 high-rarity Gobblegums, and the Reflect 115 Camo pack unlocks new weapon camouflages for both Call of Duty Modern Warfare III and Call of Duty I. Card-en-Ciel Odyssey. Set in the early 90s during a time of significant political change, Black Ops 6 features a thrilling campaign filled with dynamic gameplay, high-stakes heists, and espionage. The game offers a robust multiplayer experience with 16 new maps at launch and reintroduces round-based zombies, ensuring players have plenty of action-packed content to explore. Let's now delve into the reviews. As observed by multiple reviewers, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 prioritizes accessibility, enhancing the player experience for a wider audience. The new asymmetrical hearing compensation settings allow for customized audio profiles tailored to individual hearing needs, a first for the franchise. Expanded high-contrast mode features enable better visual differentiation between allies and enemies, benefiting those with color blindness or low vision. Players can now adjust HUD layouts and colors, optimizing their gameplay experience, while the introduction of intelligent movement aids players with mobility challenges. Zombies mode also sees improvements, including a new arachnophobia toggle and the ability to pause and save solo games. The game supports both Xbox Adaptive Controller and Sony Access Controller right out of the box, reinforcing its commitment to inclusivity. These features highlight the developer's intent to make Black Ops 6 an engaging experience for all players when it launches on October 25. Tarisland is a new MMORPG that revives the excitement of challenging dungeons and immersive adventures, all set in a classic fantasy art style. Players can choose from 9 unique classes and their respective specializations, allowing for a personalized gameplay experience. The game invites players to explore a vast world filled with hidden mysteries and embark on unique adventures. Tarisland features a flexible talent system, enabling players to create their own builds tailored to different playstyles. Gamers can challenge themselves in various dungeons and raids, teaming up to take down epic bosses. Available on both Steam and mobile, Tarisland supports data sharing, allowing players to engage in content anytime and anywhere. Additionally, players can earn gold coins through trading in the auction house and by participating in crafting, mining, and other professions. Let's now delve into the reviews. As observed by multiple reviewers, Tarisland presents itself as an accessible game, gradually introducing players to its mechanics while offering a dungeon browser for quick matchmaking and a crucial damage meter. The game is noted for its attractive world and casual appeal, reminiscent of a more relaxed version of World of Warcraft. It caters to players with limited time, allowing progression without significant grind or pay-to-win elements. However, it carries the essence of a mobile game, which may not appeal to hardcore gamers, and its in-game shop is perceived as expensive. While it excels in graphics, art, and fun combat, issues like clunky controls, incomplete translations, and gender-locked classes can detract from the experience. Overall, Tarisland is recommended for casual players or those seeking a relaxed gaming experience, particularly with friends, but may fall short for those looking for deep grinding or complex gameplay. Psychopomp GOLD is a thrilling return to the haunting world of Psychopomp, where players delve into the catacombs that lie beneath every building and location. These labyrinthine depths are filled with bizarre creatures and secrets that have been obscured by lies. The game offers a remastered experience, featuring all new levels and improved old endings, providing a fresh look at familiar horrors. New modes, secrets, and pre-rendered cutscenes enhance the immersive atmosphere, while the addition of third-person mode offers a different perspective on the chilling environment. Players can explore, uncover the truth, and customize their experience with mod support. Psychopomp GOLD challenges players to keep their wits about them as they navigate a world that grows darker the deeper they descend. Designed for modern PCs using the Vulkan renderer, it promises an engaging and terrifying adventure for horror dungeon crawler enthusiasts. And now we come to the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that this game offers a deeply unsettling yet engaging experience, blending a grungy aesthetic with challenging mechanics. Players are drawn into a dark narrative where themes of mental illness and existential dread are explored. With a unique gameplay mechanic involving a third hand in the astral realm, the game pushes boundaries, encouraging players to confront disturbing elements. The immersive lore and striking visuals keep players captivated, while the absurd humor provides a contrast to the eerie atmosphere. It's been hailed as a contender for Game of the Year, appealing to those who enjoyed the original and crave more complexity. Many find it impossible to put down despite its unsettling nature, making it a memorable addition to the gaming landscape. Ultimately, it has struck a chord with its audience, leaving them pondering its meaning long after they've played. The game world of Kungfu, Dragon and Eagle is a nostalgic old-school wuxia RPG that has just launched its full release, version 1. Players can dive into a captivating world filled with strategic character leveling, turn-based combat, and an expansive narrative. As they master martial arts disciplines, they face moral choices that shape their hero's journey, encountering feuding clans and Kungfu masters along the way. While many praise the game's rich story and variety of martial arts options, some critiques highlight the lack of open-world features, slow movement, and issues like no quest logs or autosave. Despite these concerns, updates promise improvements, and fans of classic martial arts games are excited about its potential. The world of Kungfu, Dragon and Eagle is a full release, old-school wuxia RPG that evokes the nostalgia of classic SNES games. Version 1 is now live, and players in the testing branch are prompted to return to the default branch to enjoy it. The game offers strategic character leveling, turn-based combat, and an expansive story. Players journey through a dynamic world, mastering martial arts disciplines and navigating moral choices that affect the outcome of the game's world. Characters include feuding clans, patriots, and Kungfu masters. Players must balance difficult decisions and alliances while honing their skills, choosing between personal ambition and the greater good, shaping their hero's path. Let's take a closer look at our next review. Common feedback points to this early access wuxia RPG emphasize its potential and nostalgic appeal, especially for fans of classic martial arts games. The game's storyline, rich in wuxia flavor, and its variety of martial arts and character building options are praised. However, criticisms target a lack of open-world features, slow movement, and the absence of quest logs or an autosave feature. While some players find the old-school mechanics charming, others struggle with the steep difficulty spikes, tedious grinding, and limited starting abilities. Despite bugs and design limitations, updates are addressing concerns, and many expect significant improvements before the full release. Sievert is a top-down survival-focused shooter set in a post-apocalyptic version of Eastern Europe. Players are tasked with scavenging resources across 5 procedurally generated biomes, each filled with unpredictable threats, including hostile bandits and mutated wildlife. Starting with minimal equipment, players must loot, complete quests, and survive harsh environments, all while progressing through upgrades and modifications at their bunker base. The game offers over 35 weapons and 150 mods, allowing for a customizable approach to combat. With multiple questlines and more than 100 items to collect, each journey is unique, ensuring varied and tense experiences. And now we come to the reviews. Common feedback points to Sievert highlight its intense difficulty and appeal to fans of loot shooters, particularly those who enjoy a challenge similar to Escape from Tarkov. The top-down shooter is strictly single-player, with AI enemies replacing human opponents, and beginners may struggle with its harsh gameplay. Its pixelated graphics, though polarizing, suit the setting but may not appeal to players seeking high-end visuals. The sound design relies heavily on environmental audio due to the lack of a full soundtrack. Gameplay is described as both engaging and frustrating, largely due to the high difficulty, unpredictable enemy AI, and the challenge of permadeath mechanic. Though the game is still in early access, there are some bugs, but these are expected to be addressed. The story is familiar for the post-apocalyptic genre, but the world is engaging, with procedurally generated maps keeping runs fresh and providing extensive replayability for committed players. While We Wait Here is a kitchen management game that blends psycho horror with dialogue-driven choices and multiple endings. Set in a small diner near a mountain range, the player takes on the role of a cook serving customers in the midst of an impending catastrophe. As news of the end of the world spreads, some customers remain indifferent or dismissive, while others see it as a reckoning for their past actions. Through conversations, the player listens to their stories, grappling with whether to convince them to seek shelter or remain at the diner. The game features a meditative, no-fail approach, offering various unique interactions, and is fully voice-acted, allowing players to explore the complex range of human emotions and choices in the face of looming disaster. Let's now delve into the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that While We Wait Here delivers a mixed experience. The game's atmosphere and art style have been praised, with many appreciating the blend of simulation and storytelling. The diner setting, combined with elements of psychological horror, drew comparisons to Coffee Talk, but with more interactive cooking mechanics. The story is regarded as unique and thought-provoking, though its brevity around 2 hours left some feeling disappointed, as it ends just when things seem to escalate. The voice acting and sound design received praise, although some felt the dialogue fell flat at times. For the low price, many found it to be a steal, but the game's short length, lack of depth in character reactions, and a desire for more content left others underwhelmed. The potential for an expanded mode was a common suggestion, as the core mechanics held promise. Ultimately, it's a game that evokes both admiration for its creativity and frustration for its limited execution. Rivals of Aether II is a platform fighter and multiplayer brawler that builds on the success of its predecessor. The game offers a free-to-play model, with all future characters being added at no cost, alongside a range of customizable cosmetics. Players can engage in local or online battles with reliable rollback netcode, offering 1v1, 12v2, or free-for-all modes. Its accessible gameplay includes customizable controls, making it easy for newcomers to pick up while still challenging for competitive players. The game introduces 3D visuals, new mechanics, and enhanced online features, with post-launch updates promising new characters, modes, and events. Rivals of Aether II brings back the familiar elements of elemental combat, adding new mechanics like shields, ledges, grabs, and unique special moves that push the genre forward. Whether you're a seasoned player or a newcomer, this game delivers a fast-paced, exciting brawler experience. And now we come to the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that Rivals 2 is a remarkable 3D platform fighter, praised for its fluid movement, sound design, and distinctive character variety. It offers a familiar yet refined experience for fans of Super Smash Bros., especially those from the competitive melee scene. However, the game demands players unlearn habits from other platform fighters, which can lead to a steep learning curve even for experienced players. Despite the lack of an in-depth interactive tutorial, those who persist find it highly rewarding. The developer's close involvement with the community strengthens its potential for a thriving competitive scene. While some criticize certain aspects such as character roster limitations, overall, the game is regarded as a smooth, accessible, and enjoyable addition to the genre, promising a lot for the future of platform fighters. Romance of the Three Kingdoms 8 Remake is a revival of the classic historical simulation game, enhanced with new features and graphical improvements. Set in the turbulent era of the Three Kingdoms, players can control any officer through the All Officers Play feature, experiencing more than 55 scenarios over an 80-year period. New elements like Destiny and Tales introduce dynamic storytelling, where relationships between officers play a crucial role in how events unfold. The game also blends 2D and 3D visuals, offering beautifully drawn officer portraits and scenic ink painting effects, bringing the historical drama to life. Let's now delve into the reviews. As observed by multiple reviewers, the Romance of the Three Kingdoms 8 Remake stays true to its origins, improving on visuals and accessibility while lacking in key areas that would make it a standout title. The game's AI remains weak, with many lamenting its artificial idiocy. The removal of core features like multiplayer, character creation, and complex management systems has led to disappointment among fans who expected a richer experience. While marriage and relationship mechanics see improvements and officer creation is more flexible, many feel the game's depth has been reduced. Despite graphical upgrades, its strategic elements feel simplified, and the original's charm is lost for some players. Although recommended for die-hard fans of the series, the remake ultimately falls short of realizing its full potential, leaving many wanting more from the game's modern revival. Card-en-Ciel is a JRPG that blends elements of roguelike deck builders, featuring an expansive narrative and over 300 unique cards representing characters from various games. Players control Neon, a detective navigating a full-dive VR world where a chaotic mix of characters from both classic and modern games disrupts an in-development title. The game offers strategic depth on a 6-3 playfield, allowing players to battle and recruit new allies to enhance their decks. With 50 vocal songs reflecting different eras and genres, characters engage through full English and Japanese voice acting, reacting dynamically during combat. Players can explore over 10 story dungeons, face extra difficulty levels with new challenges, and participate in daily and weekly events. The inclusion of grand battle dungeons and real-time online head-to-head battles adds further excitement and competitive elements, making Card-en-Ciel a rich and engaging experience for fans of both JRPGs and deck-building games. Let's now delve into the reviews. Common feedback points to a highly enjoyable and unique entry in the roguelite deck-building genre. The game features interesting mechanics, notably the ability to discard cards to maneuver on a grid, enhancing the gameplay experience. The integration of music changes with the activation of various muses adds an engaging layer. However, potential players should be aware of its heavy anime aesthetic, which includes significant fan service that may not appeal to everyone. Gameplay is accessible, introducing new concepts seamlessly, making it a solid choice for fans of turn-based mechanics. With high replayability and an emphasis on optimizing runs for better scores, the game offers a compelling challenge. While it can become repetitive, its engaging systems and solid art style ensure a captivating experience. Overall, this title stands out in the genre, and is worth exploring for anyone interested in roguelikes or games inspired by the Mega Man Battle Network series. Botworld Odyssey is a captivating adventure set in a vast open world where players scavenge for rare scrap, explore diverse environments, and collect powerful bots to form their ultimate team. The game features a story-driven single-player campaign, where players uncover secrets, meet interesting characters, and discover new locations, from lush forests to Arctic wastes. Real-time tactical battles require players to outsmart opponents by using bot abilities, advanced AI, and player powers to secure victory. Customization is a core aspect, allowing players to enhance their bot team with upgrades and cosmetics, while also offering PvP battles for competitive players aiming to climb the leaderboard. And now we come to the reviews. Reviewers are of the opinion that Botworld Odyssey offers a charming and enjoyable experience, particularly for those who have previously played its mobile version. The PC port removes the ads and microtransactions that plagued the mobile game, which is a significant plus for many players. The game's vibrant color palette, catchy soundtrack, and easy-to-understand mechanics have been praised, as well as the developer's responsiveness to feedback, such as the quick addition of offline play and other improvements. However, the game retains its grind-heavy nature, which might not appeal to those who dislike repetitive gameplay. Players enjoy its world-building, bot designs, and unique auto-battle combat system, but some have expressed frustration over the inability to sync progress from mobile. Overall, the consensus is that this is a solid and refined version of the original, with thoughtful updates and a positive step away from typical mobile game monetization practices. The game Carry the Glass is a cooperative multiplayer experience where players take on the roles of construction workers tasked with transporting a fragile glass window to the top of a skyscraper. Players must navigate various challenges while being cautious not to break the glass, which adds an element of tension and excitement. The game features physics-enhanced characters, contributing to a more immersive and realistic gameplay experience. There are two game modes available: Easy Mode, designed for a more relaxed experience, and Hard Mode, which offers a greater challenge by removing checkpoints, testing players' skills and teamwork as they strive to reach their destination without damage. This unique blend of cooperation, strategy, and physics makes Carry the Glass a thrilling adventure for friends looking to work together. Let's now delve into the reviews. As observed by multiple reviewers, the glass may break, but my soul won't offers an engaging experience, particularly for those familiar with delivery challenges. Players appreciate the unique concept, likening it to cartoonish glass carry antics. However, some express a desire for more checkpoints, especially when faced with the game's demanding mechanics. The split-screen feature works seamlessly, enhancing the cooperative gameplay, though it can lead to intense moments, even causing frustration among friends. While the humor and chaos can evoke aggressive thoughts, many still recommend it, emphasizing its polished design and lack of major glitches. Overall, the game is celebrated for its fun gimmick and potential to strengthen or strain relationships.